Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. How's everyone doing? Okay, so welcome back. Um Hytale got cancelled, which is sad because I and many other people have been waiting for 7+ years, and having this game be cancelled is after so long, after so much development, it's just so sad. Yeah, it was for me on the same level of hype as Silksong, which is really high. Um And I was so excited for all the creator tools and getting to build adventures in this new game. And now hearing after so many years that it's not going to happen is yeah, I'm really sad. And I probably will be sad for a lot longer. Yeah, let's just hope that Silksong survives. Uh yeah, I've been there since the very first trailer, and there's just everything. Like, the first trailer was amazing. You can't deny that. And all the creator tools that they kind of introduced, that they showed, and like being able to create movies like in the game, and being able to like make a custom experience for the player is they had so many great ideas. And then I guess it was kind of mismanagement of all the features and whatever they were trying to do. And now it's gone. And yeah, that's, man, this is so sad. Especially because I think that that Hypixel Studio is probably the best studio that could have done this. They are Minecraft players, they know what the community wants. And yeah, it's just really unfortunate. But with that being said, Hytale is over, so we will have to stick with Minecraft, which is not bad. Minecraft obviously is an amazing game, but I was excited to have like some new stuff, uh, being able to experience like a new game, getting into the tools, learning how it works, and all that. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but here we are. So let's just keep going. And yeah, plan for today is building this city. And we have already outlined some of the buildings. And today I want to get to start building them. And for that, I've prepared this gradient, or these blocks down here. And we are going to try to build some nice houses out of these blocks. In three different classes, we have like the lower district, which is run down and overgrown and not really well maintained. Then we have this middle district, which has some nice buildings. It's like here are the people who are living good, you know. And the upper district, which has not yet been layouted, which is the rich district of people with the most money in this city. And yeah, this is we've been waiting, or I've been waiting very long to get into this city. And during this time I was thinking a lot. The original plan was to start building the roads, which is obviously the red line down here. But I think having the buildings first and then adding the road so that it fits in between the buildings might be better. So that's what we're going with. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So I've prepared some of these blocks. Now, the idea was that we have some different layers. So if a building is like 2 or 3 stories high, we start with the foundation, which will most likely be one of these 2 stones, or even bricks. I don't know yet. And then the upper levels, which will probably be built out of white blocks, or I don't know, we can switch it up however I like. And then we have the not foundation, the you know, the outlines, which is built out of these blocks with some extra blocks for depth. And the roof is going to be mostly in blue colors because it fits the area. This was always planned to be like a more blue area. Also with all the soul torches and just blue lighting. That's kind of the plan, to keep to stick to that original theme. And yeah, I want to pre-build some of the houses down here, get a feeling for how these are supposed to look, and then start building them in the city. Also, just note, I might need to leave in a few minutes for like 7 or 8 minutes, but after that, stream will keep going as usual. Okay, yeah, I have already copied all of the blocks into my hotbar. And I think let's just start simple. Let's say we have, how many blocks are we going for? 4? We could also have like 5 blocks in between. Or 3. But it should either be only odd numbers or only even numbers. So it's easier to build later on. And we could do a mix of 5 and 3, I think. Yeah, honestly, I think having odd numbers is better. Yeah, and let's say 5. Then I mean, most of the buildings in the lower district are not really that big. Yeah, these are rather small. If we take a look, this would, yeah, that's, oh, I need my ruler. 13 and 9 blocks. Maybe even a little bit less, depending on what building. So let's try to stick with that. We have 5, let's go for 3 here. And then maybe another 3 to the back. Yeah. So if we have an entrance down here, I mean, we don't need to worry about interior right now. Also, maybe if we add some different shapes in here, that could be interesting. So we don't just have a square, you know. Maybe let's go with this side. Yeah. Let's just try that out. And I think I want to start with stone bricks. Let me actually just take this opportunity and switch up the blocks down here so it's easier to look at. Replace, let's say, concrete, white concrete. That's good. Yeah, that's a little bit easier to look at. And honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying things out and hoping that it works. And that's mostly how building goes in Minecraft. Just experiment and figure out what works. Okay, we have another question. If we have an outline of blocks, in this case, out of wooden logs, do we have them stick out one more block or not? Because if yes, that would obviously switch up the entire shape again. And if no, that might limit how this could be looking. But then again, we have all these depth blocks that might add. Yeah, honestly, let's just go with no thick outline, no extra depth, and see how it's going. And if it's horrible, we can still change it up later. So yeah, let's say 4 blocks high, all of these. Yeah, okay. And now I would think that the second story might be sticking out a little. Let me just put this one up, one more up. Yeah, 5 blocks might look better, actually. So the question is, where do these stick out? Like, where do we add stairs to put some more pillars above? Just here? Maybe. It doesn't need to be everywhere, that's very important. Because otherwise the building would just look very thick. That might not have been the right word to use, but you get what I mean. Yeah, let's just connect these real quick. So we have a proper separation between the first and the second story. And maybe, honestly, right here as well. This might do for an interesting look. Also, let's keep in mind this is a building for the lower district, like for the that is not going to be the most good looking. So it can be rough around the edges sometimes. That would be totally fine. Wait, if we have separation between the layers. Yeah, maybe like this is better, like if it's not connected everywhere, but or that it's not connected in the places where some blocks stick out. That might fit in a little bit better. Now that I'm looking at it, let's just build all of these one up. Yeah, the separators can be one extra block up here. I'm just hoping that this turns out great. This is very much an experiment. Okay, and if we now go with adding the last few beams up. Okay, now we have an extra block right here. This is now an even number. Wait, 6 is an... Okay, sorry, that was stupid, yeah, even. Oh, it's my ruler stuff. I was just wondering, why is there 19 floating in the air? Yeah, and of course there are blocks standing on top of these, so they can't go up as well. So that would look a little bit weird if there were like 2 layers of wooden blocks. And we don't need to worry too much about this one. Yeah, okay. Do we go one more block up? I don't know how big these houses are supposed to be yet. And if we add depth, I don't know how much, honestly, maybe just some trapdoors around the pillars might look good. Oh yeah, I have another idea. Barrels are always a nice looking block. And because it has these stripes, that can also be used in some interesting ways. I know a lot of people like to place barrels like this, facing down on the top part of a building. No, not too sure right now, but I will keep it in mind. Also note a barrel from the bottom fits right in with the spruce planks texture. So that is a nice piece of decoration that I like to use. Um, Maybe if I add something like this, just like trying it out, seeing how it might look. Oh, that might be weird actually. Yeah, that's not quite it. But I do think sticking with the not not too deep outline, I really have no idea how to put this into words. Like if we build it a little bit more flat, or I need to find different ways to make the depth. That is quite a tricky challenge. Maybe actually just even more trapdoors. Trapdoors are great. Yep, they are. Okay, yeah, okay. Now the foundation. Is 5 blocks maybe a little bit too high? Or does it just look like that because I haven't actually pulled the walls up? Let me just do that. Oh, that actually works. But I do believe maybe replacing the trapdoors at the bottom with stairs instead. And then having the trapdoors only be at the top part. Or like in this case, the middle part. Yeah. And one thing that I also really like to use, I've just found this out, like using uh damn fence scales can be an interesting way to add depth. Yeah, let's just go with this and see how it's going. And then a top part is very much going to be just white. Yes, I know I have all these different block variations in my inventory, but for now I want to keep it simple just to see how it might be looking. And then we can go with the details later. And yeah, why not? Wait, one more idea that just came to my mind. Maybe if we have some blocks sticking out like this. Also, maybe if they are, what is that, dark oak? If they are just logs and not full wood, this could add a little bit of extra texture. And now I could also just use the fence gates and put them at the top. Or not here. Yeah, and button, maybe a button in the middle. Oh, that might be too light. Dark oak. Yeah, that could honestly work. And then what else could I do? Let's just stick with that for now and then expand on that later. Okay, let's just try to build the roof for now. And what blocks do we use for the roof? Obviously, the roof itself is going to be blue, but I want to have a little outline. Maybe blackstone and deep slate could work for that. There isn't even blackstone in here, so great. And okay, I've not put any stairs in my inventory, so let's fix that right now. Just all of the deep slate variants, as well as the slabs. And I'm just going to use the normal deep slate bricks for now, and then we can add other blocks later. And this is going to have a medieval look. So it's going to be one block and then one stair block on top. I know it's simple, but it works every time. And maybe I will try to find some different variations to use. But for now, this is very much my favorite type of roof. Oh wait, that was not quite what I wanted to copy. Okay, and this is... Oh, hi Dioli, welcome back. I have started building the houses for the city. And we are doing some great progress, I think. I know it looks simple, because I've not really implemented any extra textures and gradients, but this could work. Yeah, let's just... Oh wait, that was one copy too much. Let's just stack these one up a little bit more. Yeah. And now we just need to connect the roof parts. And that is going to happen using these blue blocks. Do we just start with dark prismarine? Or normal prismarine? Or waxed oxidized copper? Waxed oxidized cut copper. I'll just go with dark prismarine for now. And I was thinking, what if we don't use stairs for the inside of the roof? Would that work? Let's just try it out, honestly. And if not, I can still change it later. Oh yeah, wait, on this side, that won't work. And these blocks down here are too much. Yeah. It might work if I add some extra stuff once we do texturing. And I forgot some part of the outline, my bad. Of course, that was not the right rotation. And now comes the tricky part, and that is deciding on how the roof is going to connect in terms of outline at this point. Maybe if I just add another layer of outline, which is a very lazy approach, but it works, so why not? Also, wait, one idea that may or may not work. Since we have dark prismarine stairs now, how about I use some of these? Yeah, maybe not. But I would still like to have some, like, depth variation in this. I'm doing great, honestly. My voice is a little bit tired because of stuff that happened, but nothing to worry about. Don't worry. But yeah, talking is a little bit straining right now. But apart from that, I'm great, honestly. Thanks for asking, of course. Maybe slabs instead of stairs. And always around the outline so that it mixes in better. And then, of course, there need to be some blocks behind so that there isn't this weird look in. Yeah, all is fine. And how are you doing, if we're already on this topic? What have you done since last stream? I always feel like these 2-day breaks between Monday and Thursday seem like an extended break somehow. Like it feels forever. Which is great because it gives me some time to breathe and think about where I want this project to be going. Yeah, we've also had some rain in the past couple of days. It's a weird time to have so much rain, but a cheater and a smurf in one match, that's horrible. That's actually horrible. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, but that's great to hear. Do we go for slabs or stairs? Maybe some variation of both, making it random so that... Yeah, maybe. Okay, I know I said I'm not going to texture the roof right now, but well, here we are. That also means that I probably need to extend all of the roof one more down, which is not bad. We already have more than enough room in here. Though this doesn't really fit anymore as a low budget building for the lower district. This might honestly be middle district right now, from how it's looking. Okay, and we need something to connect the top. Do we build like a fancy roof like this? I honestly like the idea. Just need to worry about execution. Yeah, that okay, it might look weird right now, but I think it could work. Let's just go with it. Why not? I keep misclicking. And maybe I want some variation for the topmost part. We go for 3 blocks instead. Or does it fall too much out of the pattern? Or if we just build the wavy pattern completely random in general. Right now there's some randomness with the stairs in here. But maybe... Okay, let's just try that out. I think I have an idea. Oh, but I need to leave for like 7 or 8 minutes, so be right back. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Did YouTube pause? Yeah, it did. Okay, great. Yeah, sorry for that. I had to leave for a moment. Okay, so the idea was to get a wavy pattern into the roof. Now, the way I'm thinking of doing that is through the same method how I did it in the village. This one down here. As you can see, the roof is very wavy, like a very rounded down or up, however you want to see it. But not quite that much, because this time we have a framework, we have an outline. So doing exactly this won't really work. Probably can still adjust the outline. But let's just see for now. Do we go outwards? Maybe. I have I have a vision for this, but I am not 100% sure how to actually build it. Yeah, we might actually go for extra blocks on the top. Or does this look too even? Or like too symmetrical? Maybe it does. Mm. Yeah, again, I've never built roofs like this. This could work. Yeah, maybe with some extra fine tuning. Um, Also, if we make it a little bit more like like a little bit more broken down. If we have the wavy pattern and then we add some noise inside. Okay, this is taking shape better than I thought. That's what I'm going for here. We still have this clear wave or like sphere pattern, but the way it is broken up now looks a lot more natural. Not here though. Oh, damn. They got you. I'm just trying to figure out this roof right now. Oh, why did I build all of this out of slabs? That's my bad. Yeah, just adding in some noise before we texture it. But yeah, that's the idea for these houses. I might not be the best house builder, I know, but we are trying. Or I am trying. I keep saying we. Okay, let's just be lazy and copy this one around for now. Okay, now we need a way to connect this at the top. And honestly, this will probably be very simple. What I like to do is think of a nice pattern out of wood. Like maybe like this. Oh no, oh, this is bad. Well, nobody is going to know. Damn, is that a... Can you say that? That... the blue might not be it. But we could also try... Okay, know what? I'm just sticking with we now. Thanks, I guess. We could do acacia wood. Oh no, it does that everywhere. Oh yeah, right. Okay, time to cover this up. Maybe. Oh, also, I forgot part of the roof right here. Yeah, let's just repeat this for the other side. Firstly here, so I can copy it over to this open point later more easily. Making sure that the rotation of the wood is correct. And I know that this is not aligned, I am aware, but I don't really care. Yeah, that could work. Now just filling it in with acacia wood. There's a lot of wood in here. Oh yeah, and this part as well. I think that means that we have to... Oh, this is a lot worse. Oh no. Um... Okay, seems like the whole roof... But it's not too bad, actually. I mean, the roof isn't meant to be explored in the first place. So let's not put too much attention into it. Okay, and just this wooden beam meeting at the very top. And another extra beam right here. And this will be the exact same problem as on the other side. So yeah, no, I might need to come up with a new solution for the roof. Oh yeah, that's a lot. I guess the roof is just going to be one straight line instead. Or not a straight line, but well, yes, but broken up into these parts. Okay, now this building is obviously very, very big. Yeah, this is going to be middle class. Which is alright, I guess. Was not the original plan, but here we are. So let's just stick with it. Oops. Oh yeah, and the barrels. Does it maybe work a little bit better on the top layer? Or does it work on this building in particular at all? I think it's... Okay, I will keep the barrels in mind and maybe add them at a later point when we have texturing. Yeah. Okay, and maybe to make this part a little bit smoother. Okay, if they're closed, they actually look a little bit better, to be honest. Or maybe one below. And then have some of these stick out. Yeah, why not? Just need to change things up a little bit. But I do think I like this design. Maybe we could also go on this layer with that. Oh, there's a button. Oh yeah, wait. If we have maybe a windows here, would be great to have like a little balcony. It's not really a balcony, but you get the point. Um, Sorry, I'm just moving my mic around a little bit. Okay, I like the idea. Just need to find an execution. Maybe surrounding it with trapdoors. Yeah. Will blocks maybe. But then again, this could also be a spot for some dirt. Let's say coarse dirt. Yeah, this could be a place to put maybe some flowers. But I would like to move it to the bigger part, like this one right here. Okay, yeah. And now instead of fence gates, if we go with stairs and slabs instead. So it makes more sense that the dirt is held up, you know. Um, yeah, that's good actually. I've always been struggling with windows. The only window I really know how to build is this three tall one. But it doesn't really look all that great. Not in this house at least. The foundation not having windows would make sense, but the top part definitely needs some. Yeah, let's go with 2 high instead of 3. Very much still work in progress, but thank you. Oh, I forgot so many buttons everywhere. Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's add some more windows on this side. Why is... Oh yeah, it's 6 blocks because of this one being an extended one. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? That was not quite the plan. But that's totally my bad. Oh, wait, one? Okay, that's another... I'm distracting from the subject again, but another thing that I saw that really works great, putting barrels in the foundation, like in the pillars. Maybe down here fits a little bit better. Barrels are very light, which sadly doesn't really fit in with the color tone of this building. I would like to have the barrels in here, but they really don't fit color-wise. Yep, I have no idea how to build windows. Okay, this will have to do. Let's just get to texturing for now and figure the rest out later. So I want the very bottom to be more cobblestone-y. From cobblestone we can transition over to andesite, which is very close to normal stone. And normal stone fits right in with stone bricks. Yeah, let's try that out. Didn't expect it to work first try, but well, I'll take it. And for the top part, we could do the same, having the darker blocks down below, transitioning over to some lighter blocks, which go into... it's not... Maybe even... Let me try something. I have an idea. If this is for once not a gradient, but a noise pattern instead. Consisting of white noise. What are you... Why are you saying Entschuldigung? What are you excusing yourself for? Okay, looking at this, maybe polished diorite works better at the very bottom and have a transition into normal diorite. Type replace off, please. Oh yes, it does, because polished diorite has this darker tone on the edges, which makes it stick out a little bit. Or not a little bit, it makes it stick out a lot. Yeah, okay. Also, one very important thing that I forgot about is having the stems, the wooden stems, be textured. Now it's just a question from where to where do we go? I will just try these two out and more hard to say. Mangrove at the top or at the bottom is the question. I think mangrove at the top works just slightly better. Now the next question would be, do we have two gradients? Or like, do we do this in two layers? Or in one, going from the very top to the very bottom? Tough question again. Let's look at it from the side again. All right, then have a nice day, Dioli, and hopefully see you next time. Bye. Yeah, so the question still stands. Wait, let me try this down here again. Maybe if we do it stem by stem. So yeah, in two layers would work better, I think. Oops, my bad. Need to be careful, the hitboxes. I have like, oh yeah, I only have 1 and maybe 1/3 of a pixel of room. Oh, come on. Okay, let's try this on two sides. Because even though I think... Oh, please select the right one. That was not the right one again. Now, okay. Even though I said having it in two layers works better, I'm still not 100% sure. So I would like to try again with the gradient painter and just see how it's working, if it's working at all. Oh yeah, wait, this goes a lot further up. We go to the very top. But that would also mean that we practically never see mangrove on this side. Well, we do, but Maybe that's also not too bad. Wait, I have mask surface on again, right? Yep. Why is it always on by default? Let's just go with that for now. Now comes the roof, which we also have a lot of different colors for. Okay, let me just put this into the gradient helper so it goes a little bit quicker now. Cyan concrete, I think, might look a little bit too plain, if I'm honest. Let's hope for the best. Honestly, I like the color progression. But of course it replaced all the slabs and stairs. We can't really put on type replace. But that's not too bad actually. I think that's a sacrifice I'm willing to take. I keep going from the wrong side. Now be careful so I don't accidentally paint the other side. Okay, because I want this to, I've gone from the wrong side again. I want this to have its own color progression. You know what? I don't think we even need to work on the noise in here or the depth. This looks great already. Oh, though it's really strong. Oh yeah, that's a really strong gradient. Mm, one moment. Okay, give me some time to decide. I actually have to leave again, and this time for a little bit longer. Probably like 25 or 25 might be a little bit much, 20 minutes. So yeah, sorry again. Today is a little bit more timing, but yeah, I'll see you in roughly 20 minutes. Okay, I am back. 19 minutes, great. Okay, so I was thinking about this gradient, and I think I want to cut it right here, stay with the darker blocks, and find maybe one or two more that fit in. Why are they going in the gray direction? Also, warp block is also an amazing block, but I don't think it would fit right here. There isn't really a block in. What happened to this? I think Axiom broke. Damn. Mm. Oh, I deleted the block. Do we just try it out? I feel like it is too light. Yeah, you know what? Let's just try it. Why not? Okay, this is a lot better though. Now the question is just, do we have dark at the bottom and light at the top, or the other way around? I think light at the bottom might work a little bit better. That is not correct. Okay, but this does look a lot better now. Definitely. Now just one more time for this side. And then... Yeah, that's... Oh, that looks good actually. Okay, okay, I like it. Just need to build the foundation gradient. And then I think we could start copying some buildings over. Or not copying them over, but starting to actually build some. And don't worry about interior, I'm also going to build that. But I want to get the exterior done first. For obvious reasons, I believe. And yeah, I'm gradient painting this now. I've wasted too much time. I want to get this done finally. I keep going the wrong side. But does it always automatically... Yeah, it does. Okay, okay. Like every time I click, you see I click right at the edge right here. but it will extend automatically to the inside of this block. Yeah, it does. Okay. So how I position my mouse for the first click doesn't actually matter too much. I think it's more the second click that is important. Yes, and one last time with the top part. Maybe I should get some presets in here. Do you write foundation with an A? I believe it's AU, right? Let me just quickly check to make sure. No, it's OU. Okay. Oh. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's OU. Okay. Save. Now remove these and get these blocks in here. Also, wait, I should keep them. City foundation, we have dark at the top and light at the bottom. Okay. What are these? Oh, well, pretty self-explanatory. Okay. Dark at the top, light at the bottom. How do we call this? Let's just call it after the color. That makes most sense, I think. Wrong direction again. I keep doing it. Maybe if we extend like one extra block down and up. So that the pattern is spread out a little bit more. I don't know if that works. Honestly, why not? Now what is still missing? Yeah, the top part. These blocks. Also, what happened here? Okay. And I believe it wasn't fences, but instead slabs and what is it called? Trapdoors. Yeah, that was the pattern, right? Yep, that's correct. And honestly, for the sake of gameplay, I think this is good enough. We don't need to add much more. Oh, well, okay, the windows. I almost forgot about the windows. We don't have a window block, right? Yeah. They are glass. And I think I want to go a little bit experimental and use a mix of light blue and cyan stained glass panels. Just so it fits in with the theme of this area. Yeah, okay. We can stick with that. Now, I'm just taking one extra look to see if I could be adding something more. Is the roof all right? I believe it is. Like, this is basically just the simple form of a house. We could also go ahead and, like, one very classic thing that people like to add to houses like these is maybe some kind of stable or like some overhang where maybe wood is stored so it doesn't get wet from the rain. Wait, I need slabs. Yeah, we could go ahead and add all sorts of extras. But I think for this basic demo, want I don't want to add anything extra, just a plain building. And we can add extras for buildings where it actually fits. Where we actually have some world building maybe. Yeah, this house is very simple. I know that. Like, there's nothing crazy about this. But it will do enough for what the city is supposed to be. And we can still innovate on that. By, I don't know, maybe adding some more moss patches. Because I can't get enough of that block. Also, wait, now that we're already here, let me take this opportunity to try out some different block palettes before I get into actually building. And I would do that by copying this block at this entire house over and just painting things differently. Just to see what could fit, maybe, or not. Let's take the next preset and I want to try a darker foundation. I can't type. Foundation 2. Oh wait, that's I keep messing that up. One more time. Okay. City Foundation 2. And this one can be deleted. Alright. Now one more time. I don't have the right mask applied. Wait, do we start at the bottom? Yes, we do. Okay. Oh, it's slightly tilted. But that's not a problem. Let's just add another mask. Hey, actually. Oh, when have I hit that one? Okay, let's just reset that real quick. Act like nothing happened. Okay, I need to dig one block down just so that the gradient is spread out more. And this time let's not paint the building in the back. Okay, yeah, but both work really great. But we still have this more orange muddy look. There are also some leaves left for decoration. The idea was to have some leaves hanging around the roof. Like this. I know this is like basic decoration technique, but it works, so I want to use it. And we could also add to that by maybe adding a layer of moss behind, or I don't know, but yeah, I do want to have these leaves in here. But let's see how the granite gradient might look. So I want to minimize this to 3 blocks. So let's use stone. Wait, that's not bricks, that's only bricks. Okay, so bricks, granite, and mud. No polished granite because that is a little bit too, you know, too noisy. So it would make sense because we already have polished stones in here. But let's just try both out. Why not? Is it brown or red? For me, it's more like a brown. Like I would call it that. Of course, there are a lot of red tones in here. Okay, now this obviously has a very different look to it. But I don't hate it. I can work with that. We just need to find maybe some better ways of implementing it. But in short, I think that's nice. That's a nice block palette. Maybe it'll work better with the lighter foundation. And it also has this more rundown look to it, so this would probably be the block palette that I'm going to use for the lowest district. And while we're at it, oh come on, I can't stop myself. I need a moss palette. Which is going to be just this one again, but with more greener looking blocks. So we have mossy stone bricks and mossy cobblestone on both sides here. We don't have mossy cracked stone bricks. No, okay. But that's not a problem. I can find something to... Tough, of course. Always tough. I might just take a look at the gradients we set down here. Yeah, that coral. Oh, we don't really have a way to go to stone bricks yet. Could also be lazy and do it like this. You know what? Why not? Let's try that out as foundation number 3. Oh, this is a mess. Yeah, let's expand this a little bit and organize my masks a little better so they don't look too messy. Did I not? Oh well, okay, for a moment I was thinking that maybe I could work in the ender side a little bit better, but well, I guess not. So going back to the default. City foundation 3. And is this the right? Nope, other way around. Okay. Oh, come on. I really need to do this the slow way. Wait, something went wrong. What? What happened? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I like this block palette. This works very well for the lower district. Of course, we need to make the houses a little bit smaller. They're not going to be 3 stories with an attic. But also, I might need to come up with some new roofs. And one that I was thinking about a lot recently was the exact opposite of whatever this is. Like, this is more of a pointy medieval look. I was thinking having it more rounded. Like, I know I'm slow. I'm sorry. Like this. That could work for some specific buildings at least. And maybe something that is even more pointy. Like starting out rounded, but then slowly growing up to be a lot more pointy. Oh, let me try how I would want to build that. I've never actually done it, so Yeah, something like that. That is roughly what I'm thinking about. This is also... Yeah, I like that. I like that, honestly. And let's just for safety come up with a third one. For a moment, I was thinking just the basic, like diagonal stairs up, like 45 degrees angle. But that's a little bit boring. Um, no, we don't really need to come up with a new one. Yeah, let's just go with that. Try out what we can do. And let me copy over the roof gradient. Just so that I don't need to fly back and forth all of the time. City roof. Okay, any different gradients that I need to save? We have foundation 1, foundation 2, foundation 3, city roof, brown and white walls, and oh yeah, the outline. I will just call it outline. That's great. Good enough. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of presets. And that's all that we basically need. Yeah, let's just start building and hope for the best. Now, what was I thinking when I built this shape? Though it might work, but nah, I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think. Maybe if I could add some more space behind this building. Not green wool. If I'm able to add some more, I just need to be careful not to go into the fortress. This is very close. Like you can see, it's really just 3 or 4 blocks. Oh no, why am I coming up with an idea to extend the forest right at the fortress right now? Oh no, that's bad. I'm thinking, okay, we are so done. I'm thinking having like a building on the same height on this side of the mountain with a way to look like over. So a way to like walk as if this part of the mountain is still part of the fortress, you know? But that might look amazing though. Because now the fortress would not just be visible if you're like very close to it, but with it extending like back to here, you can see it from basically everywhere in the city. Well, the lowest district still has some problems seeing it, but it is close enough. Okay, I will keep this project in mind, but not today. We are done with the fortress for now. I cannot keep working on it. Okay. So let's just start building this foundation. Five blocks in this direction. Another 5. Yeah, this road will work properly. We can all adjust that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down here, now here we have 3. Wait, let me make this a little bit more quick. Yeah, what do you think of this? It's 5 blocks inside because we don't have a standout outline. Or we don't have too big of a foundation. That might be better. Though, what if we instead of 3 go for 1? Now we have 3, 2 times here. Have just for a little bit more extra room. I'm just trying out stuff right now. And this dirt outline doesn't look great and it's kind of distracting. So let me take the time to remove it real quick. Okay. Yeah, the road can adjust. Like there's enough space down this path. Okay, let's just keep or start building this. I'm wasting too much time again. No need to pay attention to the road right now. Okay, 5 blocks high. How high was the rest? We have 5 blocks in between, so 6 blocks high. Same goes for the second layer. Did not select. Okay. We could also go ahead and just build all of the foundations now, just to get a look for what this city might look in the end. Or maybe just some of the closer ones. Because I would like to have a better overview this entire area. That is very small. We go for this. Wait. Okay, I can hear Minecraft. I was just about to say, was the sound broken this entire time? And this is a better size. Okay, okay. I like where this is going. You need to be careful with this tower right here, though, because there's going to be a building on top. Which is the plan, but looking at this now, I really, really love the idea of this stone tower in the middle with maybe a wizard tower on top. But it's taking a lot of space that I could otherwise use to make this like a marketplace or something. Have some space. And the wizard tower could still be on top of here. And one more different direction would be shaving this down and letting the wizard tower start at the very bottom and extend up to maybe just here instead of here. So that here is the roof, maybe where I'm standing. Then having like an extension bridge, like a human-made bridge. Because this doesn't make sense. That would, in real life, it would probably never hold up. Like there's no stone, it's just dirt. I'm thinking, give me some time. Okay, never mind, I'm doing it again. Let's keep going with the buildings and decide on the other stuff later. I want to keep going with the wooden foundation stuff. And also, not every building needs a second layer. Maybe, okay, I'm thinking, what if this one gets a second layer on this side, but this entire side doesn't? And also, how high it goes is also kind of out there. You know, we could make this just 3 or 4 high. There's no rule that says that all buildings need to be the same height. So I believe I want this one to be one further down. Why not? Why not? Just getting some variation in here, you know? I do want this to be 4 blocks. Which in this case would mean 5 blocks. And yeah, there could be like a balcony that extends this way. Okay, let's not add any extras now though. Let's do that later. And this building very much needs to go, but I want this to go one to the side, extending 1 block out. Let's just add in the stairs now. Wait, I need to go back real quick and just look at how I did that. Ah, yes, I remember now. I was kind of struggling with how to put the foundation, but red was one above. Meaning that I want this one to extend one to the top as well. Just so we have this 3-block window. And great, I like that this is one block less tall. 1 block shorter. I think in a city like this, variation is very important. And I am already not like a master at building houses. So just getting variation in terms of shape at least is very important. Because otherwise this entire city will end up looking boring. Okay, now this building. Again, we have 3 blocks in between. Now I want to go with 5 blocks here and then 3 blocks here. And 2 times 3. Oh no, let's go just for 1. We've already established that that very much works, so why not? But here we have 2 times 3. Then 1 times 5. Yes. Which is 2 times 3 and 1 times 5 again. I don't know, I'm just saying numbers, but it makes sense. Trust me. I'm not sure about the shape. So, never mind, there isn't enough space to really negotiate on that. Let's just do it like this. Oh, let's get creative, actually. What if I do that? While we're already at it, why not go even more extreme with that? Three blocks is not a lot, I know. But something tells me this is going to work. Something also tells me that YouTube decided that I am not alive anymore. Again. Okay. Yeah, let's just make this a smaller building. Why not? A very small building. This is we already have a lot of space restraints, so sadly I cannot exactly make the buildings as big as I want. Well, I can, but with how the layout is already set out, I don't really want to change up everything again. Maybe this could be a 2 times 5 building. Oh, it fits in perfectly. Nice. Now 2 times 3. And yeah, I was thinking in which direction do I want this to extend, but maybe none. What if we just do it like this? Just one more layer on top. Nah, because this is way too much of a good spot for that. I was thinking, so we have this road going around here, which means I probably need to make some extra space at this point on this corner, because no matter how I do this, this won't fit. Oh damn, give me a minute. Yeah, someone in chat just said they don't have headphones and are asking for me to chat in with typing. So that's what I'm doing for now. Yeah, okay. Tricky situation. I only have one monitor, so okay. Let's just try to keep going as good as possible. I am not ready for situations like this, but I will try my best. Yeah, this works. Nothing in between, okay. Now this building might look a little bit tall, but it could work. It could. Um, no, I might need to push this one a little bit to the side. Because I would like to have 3 blocks in between, so when I build the roofs, you know, they extend outwards a little bit. And I want that you're still able to see the sun in between them. 3 and 3 again. And I'm not sure if this one can really extend much, because I really don't have any space down here. This is very full. Maybe have this one lower. Yeah, I really need to figure out how I want to do the space stuff. All of this is very, very narrow. Like if we go through here as a street, I mean, it has its own like gimmick to it. This is not like bad, but as a first time building a city like this, it is very tricky. Um, what do we do? Okay, let me just place this one for now and see where it's going. Right now I am unsure. And this building could be a little bit further out again, or like taller. So, yeah, because it's right at the side, so there's more space to go like further up. Though it would clash a little with the side of the mountain, but we can figure that out later. Maybe have like the roof go into the mountain, or the mountain into the roof, or I don't know. Oh, you know what? Okay, again, as I said, I really, really love this pillar in here. But it just doesn't work. It really does not. It takes up too much space. And I can just work a lot better if it's not there. But I will find something to replace it with. Don't worry. Yeah, look at this. How much space we have all of a sudden. That's actually enough to maybe put like a fountain in the middle. Make this a marketplace. Also, I think I want to push this building out a little bit. Or like in, depending on how you look at it. And again, let's not worry about the road for now. But I was thinking that you could enter like from here, go to the marketplace, and then have a path upwards to the third layer. This is the yellow outline. It's a staircase that leads upwards to the fortress and the ridge area. So yeah, this building, do I extend it in both directions? Ah, no, one is enough. And we can smooth this out later. It doesn't need to be now. Well, okay, I can go over it with smooth just quickly, so it looks a little better, but yeah, we can fix the details at a later point. Now to build these ones up a little bit. One more, okay. And time to connect, and then we basically have... Oh no, there are two more. Completely forgot about those two buildings. This might look a little bit too square. I would like it... Oh, please. Okay, that is a very simple fix, but it works. Yeah, I don't want the buildings to look too square. Having some variation, as I said, is very important. Now I do think I would like to move this one in as well. 3 block space is good, but maybe a little bit more is even better. And let's start with this building. Maybe have 1 3 and 1 5. And then from here we can go with 1 5, 2 5, why not? And a 3. And don't worry, like all the stuff that is gravel and stone right now, I want to push the grass area out a little bit more. So this is not quite as diagonal as it is right now, but maybe more like straight up, you know? So we have more space for a road. Yeah, like this. This is already a lot more space. And I don't need to worry too much about how big I make these buildings. Wait, what happened? Oh, I misplaced these two. I keep misplacing them. That was smooth. That... Okay, better. And let's just make even more space while we're already at it, right? And from here, only one building missing. And this will be a rather small one. 2 times 3 and then a 1. The same for this side. We could go for a 2, but I don't want to have even numbers. But having all these ones also looks weird. Okay, maybe we can make this building just a little bigger. And these are 5, both. Okay, we have a 5 by 3 times 3. Which I can work with. Not sure how tall to make this one. But yeah, that might work. Okay, and let's just extend this one up as well. Okay, I want this building to be one higher than this, so let's bring that one down. I really have no idea how this is going to turn out in the end. There's still a lot of work left to be done, but yeah, also this is like my first time building a proper city like this. In the past, I've really just built like smaller prototypes or experimented with stuff like this, but never have I actually gone ahead and built something like this. I always wanted to, but never did. So this might actually turn out rather rough at the end. But let's see. It's still too early. Oh wait, and these two can stay down. And right now I am kind of worried. You remember how I said I want the fortress to maybe extend to this point? This roof is going to be very, very close to that. In fact, all of the roofs are going to cover a lot. It's going to be hard to look into the city from here. No, I will find a solution. We don't need to make the roofs too high. Though it would look better, in my opinion. But okay, we will see. More than enough time. Okay, let's just go ahead and fill in some of the foundations now. And I will start with only stone bricks, but don't worry, I have some gradients set up that I'm going to brush over later. But I can probably speed this up a lot if I just only place the bottommost foundation and then stack it up using Axiom. Yep, that was a lot quicker. And this top part will be... Do we go for white? Yeah, brown is more of the poor district. Okay, and let's just build a quick outline for the roof. But how did I do that over here? I think there was one line in between, right? Yeah, it was. Okay. I just wanted to make sure so the style stays consistent. I've been to this point roughly. But that was the wrong. Could I use smear? Would that work? No, it would not. Okay. I tried. Yeah, this is going to cover most of the city. You will not have a great time if your plan is to watch the city from the fortress. Though if you look from the very top, you might have a better view. Though the roof still covers a lot. Oh, it's rotated correctly. Lucky. And now I basically just need to... Yeah, I made that one very easy for myself. Okay, and we can actually go ahead and just fill it in now. Why not? Okay, but this one will work with smear. Well, not exactly. Okay, let's not waste too much time and just do it like this. Rotate this around. Don't worry, it will get some texture later, but I'm just doing the very rough sketches right now. Yeah, okay. That's nice. And time for the next roof. I would like to have... We could go for like a flat roof right here. Something like this. Yeah, no, why not? How would I paint this in? Maybe like this. We don't... Or do we have half slab dark prismarine? Oh yeah, we have, but we don't have half slab warped ward block. So maybe not. But that works more than enough. Okay. And another roof, one more time. Extend this one outwards a little bit. And time to rotate again. That is way too easy. Okay. And with that, another building's outline is done. Oh wait, they actually meet at the same height. I don't know if I like that too much. Oh wait, they don't. This one is one taller. It looks very similar. I could find a different roof. I could, but do I want to? Maybe. Okay, you know what? Let me take this one off, but we will copy it, or like we will not delete it, but keep it up here, just in case. And I want to look how it would feel with a basic 45-degree angle roof. Though I think that that would not really fit in here anymore. Yeah, that's it looks so, I don't know. It's so flat all of a sudden. Okay, let's stick with the big one. Yeah, it covers a lot of space, but yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Wrong button. Okay. I have this hotkey. If I press G on a block, it copies the block with its state, so where it's facing, if it's waterlogged or not, or if it's, I don't know, all kind of all kinds of variations of blocks can be copied with that. And it makes a lot of building a lot easier, as you've just seen with this roof. I don't even need to look in the right direction, and the stairs rotate correctly. Again, yeah, that's just so practical. I could not imagine myself going back to building with World Edit at this point, I believe. World Edit has been great for the time we had it, but that time is over. Though some people probably like to use World Edit still. I mean, it still does its job. It's not like it's completely obsolete now. But yeah, I think it depends on what you're trying to do. World Edit definitely has like some strengths, I think. But ever since Axiom came out, I've not used World Edit since. So it's kind of hard for me to properly compare these two right now. Actually, I don't even need to compare them. It's just two great mods that both do great stuff. Mm. Now that roof might be a little bit too much, and honestly, maybe. Though it could also work really well. It's hard to say right now because we're not really far enough in. Coming from this side, you have the roof is even taller than the foundation itself, which is wild. Um, and then, okay, it does look good actually. I think it's more from above where it doesn't look too great. Yeah, okay. But something about this is still kind of weird. Now let's just keep going. I can always adjust things later. No need to do that now. But I have talked about that I want some different roof styles. Maybe what would be a medieval style roof that doesn't go too high up? Is probably a question that I should ask. But I remember in the village over here, this one very much is just 45-degree angle, but it also has a lot of shape to it. Though it would probably be too much of a difference to the rest of the roofs. Um, I'm not sure. Also, I don't want to switch things up too much because we still have some kind of theme that I'm going for here. And yeah, good question. But I guess there's more than enough time to decide on that. It's not like the map is going to come out tomorrow. Oh, this roof is kind of messed up. Okay, better. I also don't really know what I think about how this extends basically up to this point. Maybe it's not too bad. Also, one thing that just came to my mind, I could add some windows inside of the roof to add maybe some extra space. Though I would need to find some inspiration because I've never done that before. I'd look up some pictures, try to find my own style for that, but with the inspiration of other people. Wait, this house doesn't even have a foundation. Damn. Oh, wait, I'm wasting time again. Okay, that works. Yeah, it does. And how do we deal with this? I think this is a rare occasion where maybe a more flat roof would actually fit. What if I... Just what if? What if I do this? Honestly, it's not too bad. And with this house being smaller anyways, yeah, I need to find some ways to innovate on the roof design. But again, I'm more of a person who builds like more naturey stuff. A lot of what is it called? Terraforming. I build more of the nature and mountains and stuff like that. So building a full city actually is quite a challenge. Especially since this is my first time. Okay, okay, it is kind of weird, but somehow it also works. Okay, okay, I think this in general is really nice, but a flat roof is not going to work. Maybe make it 45-degree angle. where's the middle? No, this is kind of tricky. Having to look in the direction where you want to push the block, while also wanting to see where you push it. They just keep messing it up every time. Okay, yeah, this seems to work a lot better. Still needs some work. But, yeah, a flat roof it is now. Oh, not flat, 45-degree roof it is. Let's just take out the prismarine again. Place these blocks. Pull them to the side and clone them over. You know, I just need to fill the other roof in again, because I've deleted part of it. Okay, okay. This can go here. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Why actually not? Hey, I forgot foundation again for this building. Yeah, I want to build a little bit more efficient. I am very good at wasting a lot of time while building. And I want to maybe improve my speed a little bit without getting rid of the quality, obviously, by building a lot more planned. Like, I go for the foundations first. I don't worry about the details until they are actually necessary. And I just build on what I know how to build until I need the rest. Gives me time to think. Gives me time to maybe rework stuff in my mind. Oops. Yeah, so again, all the blocks I place right now are just kind of filler. I'm going to find some different blocks to replace them with. Well, I'm not going to find them. I already have blocks to replace them with. But I still just want to place stuff down right now to get it done. I'm just fixing some roofs and then... Oh yeah, this is taking shape. It looks very samey right now, I know. That's probably because I haven't added any details or extra, like, block patterns or what do I know. But for now, why not? Also, I think Twitch kind of messed up. Oh wait, let me check OBS. Yeah, Twitch kind of messed up. I went live 3 hours ago, but it says 2 hours and 43 minutes. I was wondering why. That makes no sense. Did I time travel or what? But that's actually where I'm going to leave it for today. We've made some great progress. All these buildings, and these are what the finished buildings are going to look like, just if you want to see. So there is definitely some variation, and still a lot of stuff to be added later. Thank you, YouTube. Yeah, so if you want to know when I'm live, please check out my schedule tab on Twitch. I'm live. Next stream is going to be on Saturday, 4 to 7 p.m. Central European Time. And we are going to continue building this map, as right now always. But maybe I will find a way to switch things up someday. But for now, I'm very happy with the progress that I'm able to make every time I stream. It makes building actually a lot more bearable, knowing that I make progress for a reason and that it actually it helps me stay motivated to build stuff. So yeah, until next stream, have a nice day and I will see you next time. Bye.